Hi, I'm Dave from the Stevens Company, and today I'm going to show you how to install an exam light 4 by Welch, Allyn Hillrom, also referred to as a PAP light. So let's get started. And it's a 48810 exam light 4, again by Hillrom, Welch, Allyn. So when you're unboxing it, what you'll see here is you'll see the, this is the mounting plate right here. This is what we'll be mounting to the wall. You already see that I've mounted it out. So we've got the mounting plate, we've got the power cord, and we've got some sheets. These are like a stereo, doing an exam, and then finally you have the light itself, which we'll take out of the box now. To have everything out of the box, what you'll want to do is you'll want to take your mounting plate and you're going to want to mount it to the wall. But what I recommend first is you should have get the physician to sit in the stool, maybe get the stirrups out, and kind of get an idea of where they would like that PAP light. Every physician seems to have their own preference. Some like it up higher over their shoulder. Some people like to put it lower, like this. It really just depends on the physician themselves. So one of the most important things to remember when mounting anything to a wall is to try to do your best to find out what is actually behind the wall. Will you be drilling into a stud? And if so, is that stud wooden or is it aluminum? In a lot of new buildings, you'll find that they're aluminum studs, and that can pose a bit of an issue if you're not familiar with how to drilling into them. In this case, I actually have two stud finders I used to find out exactly, once I know where the plate's gonna go, and right there I know that there is a stud right in behind where I want to mount this. So in fact the stud seems to be in the middle of where the marks are. So I still might go ahead and mount this in between the stud. Now, if you know if the stud's wooden, then you can easily, it's actually preferable to mount it to the wooden stud. In this case, this is a new building, and I don't believe it's wooden stud. I believe it's aluminum, and then that causes a little bit of an issue. But I'll show you how I work around that. Okay, so once you have the bracket where you'd like to have it mounted, you know where the stud is. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure it's level before marking. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I know it's level. So let's take a look at the hardware that Welch Allyn sends with this PAP light. This is the hardware, how it comes in the box. If you're not drilling into a stud, I do not recommend these little things. That will not hold this light. This light is manipulated for every exam by the physician, and it takes a lot of strain on where it's mounted. If you are drilling into a wood stud, these would be fine. But I'm not sure why this is what comes with it. I prefer one of these three groups. In this case, I usually will mount with these ones here, depending on how thick the drywall is. There's these little ones here that can also hold the light, amazing how much weight it can hold. Previously, Welch Allyn with their wall diagnostic units used to send these ones, and these flange on the other end of the drywall. And so they will lock into place once they open up on the other side. So they're fairly good. Well, they're really good, but not as easy to put in. So once you're comfortable where you're going to be mounting this, you can go ahead and drill your holes. So once you've got the holes drilled, you can now go ahead and I use these rivets. I find they're fairly good. So once you have your holes drilled and your mounting brackets up, screws, you can proceed to mount this. Now I'm just mounting. Again, what I prefer to use is what they call wall drillers. The weight of these ones are 52 pounds. That's just for one. We're using 4. I also like to use little washers as well when setting the screws in. But I find after doing this for almost 15 years, this is the product that I tend to go to. It causes the least amount of stress and headaches. You don't want to be drilling holes, because the problem with the exam light 4 is the bracket is very small and the mounting screws are on the very edges of on each corner. So if you run into problems and you drill a hole and go, oh, too big, it didn't sit right, I hit a stud, it's very hard to move this over, because any movement will reveal the holes or the mistakes that you just made. So I always find that this has been the best. This has been the best type of product. And really, this is the main part. The rest is just putting the light in to the into the mount. So yeah, that is very steady, and I have a lot of confidence that this is going to be on there for a long time. Now what I'm doing is I'm locking it in place so that this light doesn't grow legs and go missing. And so now that light is perfectly in place. So there you go. There's the installation of your Welch Allyn Exam Light 4 by Hillrom. And yeah, it's pretty easy, not too difficult. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So anyways, again, thanks for watching. This has been Dave from the Stevens Company. And yeah, I hope you found this informative. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.